Yo, what's going on, guys? Crispy Flakes here. Welcome to Extra Crispy. So, I'm a guy that does a lot of like rebuilds and stuff over on my main channel. And every so often, I make a trade of my rebuilds. Pretty much every single time I do one. And people always roast me no matter what trade I do, no matter what trade I propose. There's always the other side that just hates what I do. So, for today's video, man, over on my Twitter account at CrispyFlakes2K, I asked you guys to post me some NBA trades you would like to see happen this season. I said I'm only looking at realistic ones. I'm not gonna look at all of them, but still. So yeah, man, we're going to check out some of these here and see like how good or bad they really are. Keep in mind, I'm gonna be posting these type of questions all year round over on my channel or over on my Twitter account at CrispyFlakes2K. So go follow me on there if you do want a chance to be in the video. I pretty much go through every response. So here we go, man. We got, I trade Josh Hart for Pascal Siakam. I really believe in that man. I'm sure you would, Marco, because Pascal's already there. Like, I would make the argument that if you reverse that, the statement would be better. You would say, I would trade Pascal for Josh Hart because I believe in him. Right now, in my opinion, Pascal is the better player. He's the better player. I mean, he just hit a game-winning shot and everything. So, yeah, Pascal's already there as a player. Thaddeus just wants Westbrook to the Phoenix Suns. Just no players offered up. Just we'll take them. Man, we'll take them off your hand, OKC. Okay, here we go. I would like to see my favorite team, the Thunder, and the Wizards make a trade involving Bradley Beal and Markieff Morris to OKC in exchange for Roberson, Alex Abrines, Raymond Felton, and 1 or 2 first-round picks. Okay, then first-round picks gonna be trash because this team will be in the playoffs. Andre Roberson not even been healthy in 2 years. Alex Abrines shooting 30% from 3 as a sharpshooter. And Raymond Felton is literally on his last leg. So, and you want Markieff Morris. That's not it, Chief. Yeah, they'll say, what? All right, now we got one for Lil Saint right here, man. Let's see what the picture is. Terrence Ross for Markelle Fultz. It's actually not a bad trade. The Orlando Magic, they get their guy. Terrence Ross is having probably his best season ever in the NBA. So, he would bring some scoring to the team. It's actually not bad. Markelle gets a fresh start as the point guard. Terrence Ross averaging 14, well from 3, instant offensive win-now player. That's not too bad. I think maybe Terrence, you might toss in like some sort of protected first or second rounder because Markelle Fultz, despite the struggles early on in his career, he's still number 1 pick in the draft. Let's check out these replies real quick here. If the 76ers want to do that, they would do it by now. They're definitely expecting a lottery pick type value in return. This kind of, blah, blah, blah. Okay. Here we go. Lakers trade Kuzma, Ingram, Hart, and some picks for Anthony Davis and Ian Clark. Now, in my opinion, that's actually a pretty realistic trade for Anthony Davis. I know a lot of Laker fans. I mean, respect for this guy for actually, maybe he's a Pelicans fan though, for giving up Kuzma. Because there's a lot of people out there that would say like, we're not trading Kuzma. I don't care who's it for. But yeah, I mean, Anthony Davis, best big guy in the league. So I think that's something you actually got to like do is you got to give up a player like that. Anthony Davis and Elfrid Payton for Brandon Ingram, Lonzo, and a first-round pick. So this guy is actually being a little more lenient here with Anthony Davis. Still not a bad trade. It could be. I think I like this first one better. From a knowledgeable fan, we have, what do we got here, man? We got Brandon Knight and a second-round pick for Kent Bazemore. I guess like they're both 2-year contracts. Kent Bazemore can get you about 13, 14 points per game. And it gives Houston Rockets a little bit more offensive firepower out there with all some of their injuries. And the Hawks, who are rebuilding, they just get like a 2-year contract they got to wait out. And they also get a second-round pick, which helps with the rebuild. So I think that's a pretty good one. Beal to the Raptors. No offer, we're just doing it. He says we're not trading Siakam. Lakers trade Brandon Ingram, Josh Hart, and a first-round pick for Bradley Beal from the Wizards. That, I would say, is I almost feel like, because Bradley Beal's been great this season. For the Lakers standpoint, like that's, I don't know if the first-round pick's needed. I think just Brandon Ingram and Josh Hart, I feel like they're getting enough players there, with like potentially great players, where they don't need that first-round pick, despite Bradley Beal only being like, what, is he like 25 or something like that? So that's pretty close. Beal to the Pistons. I agree. Who would I give up? I'll probably be willing to give up either Blake Griffin or Andre Drummond. It would have to be one of those guys. With Clippers trade Vucevic. How did I get Vucevic? Oh, no, okay, I saw Vucevic down there. Okay, my bad. Clippers trade Marcin Gortat, Sindorius Thornwell, Jerome Robinson, and a first for Vucevic. Not really needed from the Clippers. They got Montrez, who was fine. I feel like is like their future starting center. Sindorius and Jerome, those are potentially good pieces in the future for the Magic, but I don't really think the Clippers need to do that for a 1-year rental. Kemba to the Pistons. He says, y'all got Ish, the GOAT. Smith, you're fine. I mean, he definitely ain't no GOAT. Hardaway to the Pistons. We need backcourt help. I just don't really know if Hardaway is the answer for that. Fulcher Smith. I mean, dude, you got to give me some trades, man. You got to get some actual trades. Aaron Gordon to the Blazers for CJ. You know, if I'm the Magic, I probably don't do this trade because they got, like, Evan Fournier, who's fine. Terrence Ross is fine. That 4 spot, I guess it would allow Jonathan Isaac to be, start at the 4 and kind of, like, develop him going forward. So, that's not really too bad of a trade. Then, of course, Damian Lillard, he gets a different type of star on his team in Aaron Gordon. And probably just get some sort of, like, catch-and-shoot player for that 4 spot. Here we got OKC trades. Diallo, Abrines to the second for Terrence Ross. Okay, that's not too bad. I mean, Diallo's pretty promising. And OKC trying to win now. Okay, blah, blah, blah. Okay, what do we got here? We got Vucevic to the Celtics for Aaron Baines, Terry Rozier, and Gerson Yabish, blah, blah, blah. Not bad. I think if you did this trade, then you probably run Vucevic at center and go with Horford at the 4 spot. And then Tatum at the 3, and Gordon Hayward continues to come off the bench. Or Magic, they get their point guard, and Terry Rozier. Although, and I guess Aaron Baines would be like a nice, either like filler center for now until Bamba's ready to go, or he would be a good backup for the future. Only reason, I don't know, I was going to say the reason I don't like this trade is because they could just sign Terry Rozier in the offseason, but Vucevic is also an expiring contract, so it's an expiring for an expiring. What we got here, man? Okay, nothing really too crazy with that. There's a lot of arguing by the Celtic fans and a knowledgeable fan. Cast considerations. Kevin Love went healthy to Houston for Marquise, Melo, and a second-round draft pick. It's actually a pretty solid trade. Marquise is a young dude out there, so he gets a chance on the Cleveland Cavaliers probably to get a few more minutes. Melo, if anything, would be like, it would be fun to watch. Like, okay, Melo, you are now the best player on this team, which is not great for, I mean, Colin Sexton probably better, but still, Melo will take the most shots in the second-round pick, and the Houston Rockets, they do get a guy that can help them at least for right now, and Kevin Love, although the contract is very huge. Another AD trade, Melo/Knight for Waiters and Ellington. I don't really think the Heat would do this unless it's the first-round pick. Jabari Parker for Allen Crabbe. I mean, why do the Bulls do that trade? Allen Crabbe's nothing special. We got Heat trade, McGruger, James Johnson, Ellington, and a 2019 first for Smith, Dwight Powell, and a 2019 second. That's actually not a bad trade. Just because, again, the first round pick is really what sells it here. But I mean, the Heat, they get their future point guard, Dennis Smith, although I do like Winslow at the point guard spot as of right now. And the, I don't know if I want to give up Dwight Powell, though. I feel like that might be a little bit too much in this trade because he's actually a pretty solid role player. And while the Mavericks, they get some nice veterans, James Johnson, Ellington, and McGruder is a pretty, young dude out there that can provide them some scoring. Brandon Knight and a second round pick for KCP. I mean, the Lakers probably don't like him very much. I'm sure they don't really want Brandon Knight's contract, though, since they're trying to go for some free agents. CJ McCollum for Brandon Ingram. Trailblazer fans, would you do this trade? That one's I'm not so sure about this one. If you're the Lakers, you definitely do it because CJ's like ready now. But I don't know if you do this one if you are the Trailblazers. Beal for J. Rich, Bam, and a first. It's a little bit too high of an asking price for the Wizards. We got Vucevic and Ross for Kaminsky, Batum, and 2 first-rounders. Batum got a bitch-ass contract. I mean, yeah, the first-round draft picks potentially could be nice. Kaminsky's not doing much. Yeah, I feel like that's... I don't know, man. I guess getting the 2 first-round picks for the Magic would be nice if Vucevic is expiring anyway, and Ross got like 1 or 2 years left on his deal. So I guess I don't know if the Hornets are willing to give up 2 first-round picks for, a year of Vucevic. Raptors trade... I think that's, what's his name? Danny Green, OG, first-round pick for Butler and a scrub. I mean, it's not like the worst trade in the world. Like, OG would be nice for the 76ers to get. Would give them a nice, another young piece to kind of go with their whole trust the process thing out there. Danny Green's can help them now. Kind of takes care of any sort of, like, chemistry issues with the team because Green is somebody, it's just like a filler player that's, like, he's just going to be nice for the squad. We got Dennis Smith and Wesley Matthews to the Magic for Aaron Gordon. I've heard Magic fans say they would not trade Aaron Gordon for Dennis Smith. Dennis Smith for Vucevic, same song and dance as last one. Terry Rozier, Ojale, and Troy Daniels. No, I'm sorry. Terry Rozier, Ojale for Troy Daniels, Eli Okubo, and a second-round pick. I don't really know why the Celtics would do this trade. Mike Conley to the Suns, Bradley Beal to anywhere. Alex Abrines for Wayne Ellington. I mean, that would be nice for the Thunder because Wayne Ellington's a beast and he's just like sitting there. I don't know why the Heat would really want Abrines. That's more like one of those just like, okay, we're doing you a favor type of trades. Beal to the Pelicans. You have to give up probably like a Mirotic or a Julius Randle to have that done. J.R. Smith for John Lure and a second rounder. I mean, as a Piston fan, I'll take any guard help we can get. I don't want J.R. Smith, but still, it's better than what John Lure does for this team. This dude just says Tyreke Evans out of Indiana. Has he really been that bad this year? We got Kevin Love, Channing Frye for Zach Collins, Evan Turner. That's actually a pretty solid trade because Zach Collins has been pretty nice this season. The Cavaliers could absorb Evan Turner's contract, plus they get rid of Kevin Love's contract, get a few picks out of it. I think one of those has to be a first-round pick, though. Just like, it's still Kevin Love. I know he has injury issues, but when he's healthy, he's really solid, man. We got Suns get Mike Conley, Grizzlies get Josh Jackson, Ellie Okubo, Ryan Anderson, and a first. It's a pretty good trade. I mean, Grizzlies get some rebuild pieces, and Okubo and Josh Jackson, and the Suns get a consistent point guard for the next 3-4 seasons. Bradley Beal to the Bucks. If you're the Bucks, you're fine with your team. You got Brogdon's having a very underrated season. You got Middleton, you got Giannis, you got Eric Bledsoe. That team is fine. Don't touch them. Terrence Ross for Tony Snell in Milwaukee second. That's just whatever. KCP, Zubac for Vucevic. Zubac was actually pretty nice for the Lakers, so that might not be a bad piece to deal away as of right now, the way they've been playing. Brady Beal to the Hornets. Carmelo in a second for Robin Lopez. I mean, it would be kind of fun to see him on the Bulls. I just don't know if the Bulls are willing to do that. I mean, they're trying to rebuild, and Melo doesn't really help with that. Although they do need some small forward help, though. Melo and Eric Gordon for KCP and Lance. I mean, Melo probably is going to end up on the Lakers. That's my prediction. Chris and Knight and some picks for Gasol. There's no way that... what's this? Marc Gasol was literally one of the worst centers put next to Harden maybe 5 years ago, but he's too slow. I mean, if he just does that Brook Lopez offense and just stands on the three-point line, wouldn't be too bad. Okay, we got JV, which is Valanciunas, Norman Powell for Bradley Beal, and Troy Brown. Potentially. That one's potential. I don't know why. The Raptors don't really need Bradley Beal. Their team is good. Reggie Jackson, Luke Kennard, Stanley Johnson, out to pick for Bradley Beal and some scrubs. I would love that trade. It's never going to happen, but I would do that in a freaking heartbeat, man. Well, we got Marc Gasol for Tyreke, Corey Joseph, Miles Turner. No, Miles Turner is actually a really solid NBA player. I don't really think they need an old guy like Marc Gasol out there, unless you're a Grizzly fan and you're trying to get these players, because I guess that would be more understandable from your perspective. Here we got Biyombo and Kemba Walker for Lonzo, Brandon Ingram, KCP. Kemba's on a one-year deal. NBA season pretty close. Not like close to being over, but it's halfway over with. I just think if you're the Lakers, you hang on to those young pieces unless you're going for like somebody that's like Anthony Davis that might not be in free agency right away. But that is all the trades there, guys. So hope you all did enjoy this video. I love doing these. It's just kind of funny to see your guys' things out there. So yeah, man, be sure to drop that like, subscribe if you're new to my channel, and peace out, my friends.